Knight is directed by David Lowery, stars Patel, and in this film, it retells an epic fantasy adventure based on the timeless Arthurian legend. The Green Knight tells the story of Sir Gawain, King Arthur's reckless and headstrong nephew, who embarks on a daring quest to confront the eponymous Green Knight, a gigantic emerald-skinned stranger and tester of men. This was easily one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I loved the trailers for this movie. I think they're easily some of the best of the year thus far. Seeing all that imagery had me super excited, and David Lowery is a director I'm honestly super jealous of because he has such a vision that really I can't compare it to many other directors. If you've seen A Ghost Story in particular, he really does a great job with giving you visuals that will stick in your mind for a long time and have so many meanings to it. And so The Green Knight looked like a very daring and unique fantasy epic, and it's all those all around. This movie was fucking great. I love this movie so much, and it's a very different kind of quest than you would think when you hear Arthurian legend. You might think like Excalibur or King Arthur and the battle with Morgana and all that. This isn't a fetch quest. This is a quest full of shame, depression, sadness, finding self-worth, and in the case of Sir Gawain, he wants a story to be told of him, but because of his reckless actions, he really shamed himself. And that's one of the things that I love about this movie. It's not your typical fantasy film. It's unconventional in so many ways, and what makes this movie great is not just the director and the acting. The visuals kind of tell its story on its own. There's a sequence involving these giants, and I won't give anything away, but the way they integrate previous sounds and put them in there, I thought was really fucking cool. Also, I gotta say, this movie has one of the best endings of the year. It's a very polarizing ending. I can see many people will go into this movie not expecting anything, or expecting like a big fantasy adventure like of Lord of the Rings. This is not that. This is not that at all. And the ending is definitely the most unconventional thing you'll watch in regards to a fantasy film. And I loved it. I really, really fucking loved it, man. It's not an action-packed film. I can't even say there's an action scene in this movie. There are moments of like someone getting harmed, but it doesn't go for one of those big sword fights. It's a very grounded, very slow, deliberately slow feature that includes some of my favorite performances of the year. Patel in particular, he is an actor that doesn't get enough credit. Slumdog Millionaire, Lion, and now The Green Knight. This man has got it. I love him in this movie, and it's one of my favorite performances of the year. Also great is Joel Edgerton. He doesn't have as much screen time as you would think, especially for a big name like that, but he's given enough for you to actually understand his character, and his character is honestly super tragic also. Also great is Alicia Vikander, who plays two different characters in this movie, and she is awesome. I can't get enough of the acting all around. This also sounds great. The score is epic, has kind of that Blade Runner simp to it at some times, but it's also just its own. I can't say there's a movie that is out there that's similar to this, but it just sounds epic. And the sound design also, especially for the knight himself, the Green Knight, that's ASMR to my ears right now. If I had one gripe, it's that sometimes the visuals can be a there's a fox that follows Dev Patel throughout the movie. Sometimes he looks gorgeous, and then sometimes when he's talking, it kind of looks a little off. But besides that, this movie is so great. I implore you to see this movie. It's one of my favorites of the year thus far, and I highly recommend it. I'm gonna give The Green Knight a 9 out of 10. It's truly a film that you need to see to believe, and it's one of my favorite films I've seen in quite some time. So if you haven't gotten the chance to see this film, I want to know when you're gonna see it, because this is a movie I want to hear people's opinions on. And if you have seen it, what are your thoughts on it? Let me know. Leave a like, comment, and of course subscribe. And I'll see you all later, recruits. Take care.